The world of commercial crab fishing has long been known as one of the most dangerous professions on the planet, and fans of the hit reality series Deadliest Catch have witnessed those dangers unfold on television for nearly 2 decades. But the risks faced by the fishermen of the Bering Sea became painfully real once again following the tragic death of crab fisherman and television personality Todd Meadows. In the days since the devastating incident, tributes have poured in from fans, fellow fishermen, and members of the tight-knit Deadliest Catch community. Now, one of Meadows' crewmates has come forward to recount the exact sequence of events that unfolded aboard their vessel shortly before the tragedy occurred. The emotional recollection paints a sobering picture of life at sea and highlights just how quickly things can go wrong in one of the most unforgiving environments on Earth. Life on the edge of the Bering Sea. For viewers of Deadliest Catch, the dangers of the job have always been part of the show's appeal. The long-running series follows crab fishermen battling brutal weather, towering waves, and high-stakes fishing seasons in the icy waters of the Bering Sea. From exploding crab pots to life-threatening storms, the series has documented countless close calls over the years. Still, despite the intense safety protocols and the experience of the fishermen involved, the ocean remains unpredictable. Todd Meadows was one of the many seasoned fishermen who knew these dangers well. Friends and colleagues described him as a hard-working crew member who had spent years navigating the challenges of commercial fishing. He knew the job, one crewmate said. Anyone who works these boats knows the risks. But Todd had the kind of calm presence you want when things get rough. A normal day that turned tragic. According to the crewmate who spoke about the incident, the day initially seemed routine. The crew had been working long hours hauling crab pots, sorting their catch, and preparing for the next set. The weather conditions were typical for the region, cold, windy, and unpredictable, but nothing out of the ordinary for seasoned fishermen. We'd been running hard for most of the day, the crewmate recalled. Everyone was tired, but that's normal out here. You push through it. The crew was reportedly finishing a series of tasks on deck when Meadows stepped away briefly. No one on board could have predicted that within minutes, the situation would take a devastating turn. The moments before the incident. As the crewmate described it, Meadows had just finished helping secure equipment and was moving across the deck when something suddenly went wrong. Fishing vessels in the Bering Sea are constantly in motion, especially during crab season. Waves can shift the boat unexpectedly, and slippery decks are a constant hazard. We were just wrapping up the set, the crewmate explained. Todd was moving toward the rail. It all happened so quickly that at first nobody even realized what had happened. A sudden movement of the vessel, combined with the chaotic conditions on deck, created a dangerous situation. Within moments, the crew realized Meadows had gone overboard. The immediate response. The moment the crew realized what had happened, emergency procedures were immediately set in motion. Someone shouted, "Man overboard," and everything stopped, the crewmate recalled. Commercial fishing crews train extensively for these scenarios, knowing that seconds can mean the difference between life and death. Crew members rushed to throw flotation devices and activate emergency alarms while the captain maneuvered the vessel in an attempt to locate Meadows in the water. But the conditions of the Bering Sea make rescues incredibly difficult. The race against time. The crewmate described the frantic effort to find Meadows in the dark, frigid waters. When someone goes overboard out here, you don't have much time, he said. The water is so cold that survival becomes a race against the clock. The crew scanned the waves, shining lights into the water and searching desperately for any sign of their missing crewmate. Despite their efforts, locating someone in the vast, churning sea is an enormous challenge. It felt like hours, even though it was probably minutes, the crewmate said. Everyone was shouting, looking, hoping. The harsh reality of the ocean. The tragedy highlights the brutal reality of commercial fishing in Alaska's remote waters. The Bering Sea is known for freezing temperatures, unpredictable storms, and massive swells that can quickly overwhelm even experienced sailors. According to maritime safety experts, falling overboard in these waters is one of the most dangerous situations a fisherman can face. Hypothermia can set in within minutes, and the powerful currents make locating a person extremely difficult. For the crew aboard the vessel, the experience was devastating. You never think it's going to be someone you know, the crewmate said quietly. But out here, it can happen to anyone. A tight-knit fishing community. The commercial fishing world, particularly among those featured on Deadliest Catch, is a surprisingly small and close community. Many of the fishermen have worked together for years, sharing the same dangerous waters and enduring the same grueling seasons. When tragedy strikes, the impact spreads far beyond a single vessel. Following the news of Meadows' death, Fellow fishermen and reality TV stars connected to the show shared heartfelt tributes online. Many described him as a dedicated fisherman and a loyal friend. Fans react to the tragic loss. Fans of Deadliest Catch were quick to express their condolences once news of the incident began circulating. For many viewers, the show has always provided a window into a world most people will never experience. Watching fishermen risk their lives for each catch has created a deep respect among fans for the men and women who work in this dangerous industry. Social media quickly filled with messages honoring Todd Meadows' life and acknowledging the sacrifices made by fishermen everywhere. The emotional toll on the crew. For the crew who were there that day, the emotional impact of the tragedy has been profound. Working together in extreme conditions often creates strong bonds between fishermen. Out here, your crew becomes your family, the crewmate explained. You trust each other with your lives. Losing a crew member under such circumstances is a devastating experience. Several members of the fishing community have spoken about the need to support one another during such difficult times. The dangers of commercial crab fishing. The profession depicted in Deadliest Catch is consistently ranked among the most dangerous jobs in the world. Fishermen face numerous hazards every day, including massive waves and storms, heavy equipment capable of causing serious injury, slippery decks and unpredictable vessel movement, freezing temperatures and icy conditions, long shifts that lead to exhaustion. These risks are part of the reality faced by those who choose to work in the industry. Despite the dangers, many fishermen say the sense of adventure, independence, and camaraderie keeps them returning season after season. Honoring Todd Meadows' legacy. As the fishing community continues to mourn, many are reflecting on the life and legacy of Todd Meadows. Friends describe him as a hard-working fisherman who took pride in his job and cared deeply about the people around him. He was the kind of guy who would help anyone, a fellow fisherman said. He loved the ocean and he loved the work. While his life ended tragically, those who knew him say they will remember him for his dedication and spirit. The future of safety at sea. Incidents like this inevitably lead to renewed conversations about safety measures aboard fishing vessels. Many crews already follow strict protocols, including mandatory safety training, emergency drills for man-overboard situations, personal flotation devices, communication systems and tracking technology. Even with these precautions, however, the unpredictable nature of the ocean means that risks can never be eliminated entirely. For fishermen in the Bering Sea, the job will always carry a level of danger. A sobering reminder. The story of Todd Meadows serves as a stark reminder of the risks faced daily by those who work at sea. While Deadliest Catch has brought global attention to the world of crab fishing, the real-life stakes remain just as high as what viewers see on screen. Behind every episode are real fishermen navigating one of the most dangerous jobs in the world. For Meadows' crewmates, the memory of that day will likely remain with them forever. It's something you never forget, the crewmate said quietly. You go back to work, because that's what fishermen do. But you never forget. Final thoughts. The tragic loss of Todd Meadows has left a deep mark on the Deadliest Catch community and the wider fishing world. As fans and fellow fishermen continue to honor his memory, the story also underscores the bravery of those who spend their lives battling the harsh realities of the ocean. For the crews who head out into the icy waters of the Bering Sea each season, the job will always demand courage, resilience, and an acceptance of the risks that come with life at sea. And as one crewmate reflected in the aftermath of the tragedy, every time we leave the dock, we know there's a chance we might not come back. That's the truth of this life.